What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining for another video. So behind me, we've got Ashley's new to her 2011 Z4. This is a pretty cool car in particular because it's a 35 IS. It's a 2011, same model year as the 1M. This is actually the specific car that the drivetrain came out of for the 1M, which is pretty cool. It's also a pretty desirable color combination. It's the Atacama yellow. It's got the design impulse or impulse design package, whatever. I can't remember the how they say the name, but it's got a little bit of imperfections that we've noticed within the first few days of ownership. I picked the car up in the worst conditions possible, which that is rain. So there was a lot of body stuff that I unfortunately missed. So we're going to be taking care of that. Also noticed a little bit of suspension floatiness. So we're going to be installing some aftermarket suspension on the car. We're going to be doing new wheels, and then your usual N54 stuff. So we'll probably have to dive in and potentially do a valve cover. I haven't pulled the engine cover off yet to establish that, but definitely going to be doing so to run through and do some spark plugs as well as dyno ignition coils. So we'll get a good peek in there and see if anything's leaking. Other than that, we're going to do the usual go fast stuff. So down pipes, we're going to be doing turbo outlets and charge pipe, all that good stuff. So I think first things first, let's get the car back to the shop, get it in the garage, get it up in the air, and start taking it apart, go from there. So in pure N54 fashion, in between filming this clip and the one that you most likely just finished watching, this thing popped its water pump at the seam. It's leaking right down the middle, which is great. So that's a perfect time to just kind of go through and do a bunch of other crap. So oil pan gasket's leaking pretty bad, upper radiator hose, and maybe, okay, somewhere here is the expansion tank hose as well that attaches to it that always breaks, or breaks off, right here. Expansion tank, motor mounts, water pump thermostat, obviously, and oil filter housing gasket, all stuff that's fucking leaking, and I'm gonna be replacing these really horrible looking hardware that someone did. And also, we've got the coilovers here. The coilovers showed up, and the wheels will be here tomorrow. Tires showed up today. So thankfully, the water pump failing is giving this car a reason to get like a shit ton of stuff done. And the Ferrari got cleaned today. Woohoo! All right, so fast forward another day or two. Ashley's wheels finally showed up, so I got the tires mounted. We actually went with the same wheel that I ran on the 1M at one point and now on the 550, just because I think it is such a stupid clean design, especially on a car like this, and it only complements the car as opposed to stealing from some of the car's styling attributes, I think. But they are the BC Forged MHE 25s. They are 19 by 9, 19 by 10, and we're running a 255 and a 275 tire combo on it. And I'm absolutely floored with how this thing looks, even at stock ride height. But now we're going to dive into all the service stuff that we've got to get done, as well as the coilovers and everything, which I brought home as well. And we're going to try and see if we can get a majority of this knocked out today. It is now, I think, 2 or 3 p.m. And yeah, so we'll see what we can get done today.
Beats, make it funky, funky, funky.
Alright, so this was about the last thing that I had to do here. One sec. Okay, so this was one of the last things I had to do up top, which was the oil cooler seal, which actually looked pretty new, and then the oil filter housing gasket that was pouring oil down there, as you can see. And it was actually kind of like spraying it out of this top bit right here, which is pretty wild. But anyways, got it off there, and I was over here cleaning it, and you guys remember the pretty jacked up nut and bolt setup that they had going on the one bolt hole, and then the really long bolt right there. So completely shot right there, and then the other side's fucked as well. So that's pretty much gonna end it for tonight, unfortunately, because I'm gonna order a new oil filter housing. But I'm gonna bring the computer tomorrow, so I can relearn everything. Cooling system is also bled. I just have obviously the upper radiator hose right there disconnected. Then this thing can go back together, and then the last piece of the puzzle is doing the KWV1s and some new strut mounts and everything, and then probably gonna have to end up trimming some of the fender liner in the front. Same thing in the back. The back's actually kind of odd in the way that it sits there, but then get the coilovers installed. I don't know if this is gonna happen before the next bit or what. It kind of just depends how the rest of my week goes, because this weekend we are getting the nice key mark right there. You see it? We're getting that touched, getting the whole door repainted, getting the wing painted as well, new rear bumper because of the impact that was right there when we bought it, and a few other little odds and ends. So like door handle, clear coat peeling, mirror, that kind of shit. And get the fitment dialed in, get the car sitting at a good ride height, and get it to the shop, get it aligned, and this thing should be pretty good to go for quite a while. All right, so today we have Ashley's new rear bumper and her door that had the key mark in it. These are gonna get painted today. Not only are they gonna get painted today, I'm gonna learn how to paint them today, which I'm pretty stoked about. Something that I've been wanting to learn how to do for a long time. So yeah, this is gonna be cool. I'm excited about it. Shout out to the homie Zach for the lessons here. All right, so we got door taped off here. Everything's prepped. We're able to, the people who, I guess, not the people who keyed it, but the people who did the little touch-up repair actually did a pretty nice job, because all it really needed was just to be kind of decked. It's nice and smooth. I don't want to touch it right now because it was all just cleaned and everything, but so that's pretty cool and nice to see. So that's ready to go. Bumper's all scuffed up as well. So we're gonna move everything into the booth and give it a nice good cleaning one more time, and I think we should be ready to shoot this stuff, which I'm really excited, because I've only done spray painting, so this will be kind of sick. I'm stoked. Excited to see how it's gonna turn out. So went to go pull the door off the car to start reassembling it, and I realized that I forgot to order a vapor barrier, so I guess we are going to do the suspension today. I'm going to get the car on the lift, knock the suspension out, and do the necessary trimming and stuff I need to get the car fitting how it should be fitting. And then we'll probably tackle the rear bumper, and then do the door another day. I think I should have it Thursday or Tuesday, so.
Highest beats, make it funky.
They come around, but they never come through. They come around, but they never come through. It's close.
All right, so as you can see in that one clip, it looks like we're making a little bit of contact with the tire to the adjuster on the or the perch on the front struts. I would like to drop the front a little bit lower, which means I'm going to have to trim the little liner in there that's underneath the hood. And I'm also going to have to add about a 5mm spacer, so just to give us enough clearance, and then, you know, obviously I can make up for it with a little bit of camber. But overall, I'm pretty happy. The rear, I think this rear wheel is sitting crooked on the wheel that it's sitting on because it's tucking a little bit harder than the other side. But I think I'm going to end up taking the rear adjusters out. The rears right now are maxed out. The fronts have about 15mm lower to go. From a thread standpoint, not an actual height, but yeah. So I think at this point I'm probably going to get the car off the lift, move it over into the corner, work on something else, and then I'm going to get back on this when I have the vapor barrier, and then I'll do the spacers. I'll have spacers by then. I can do the door reassembly and then the rear bumper, and this thing should be ready to rip after that, and I'm very excited to be done with it.
They come around, but they never come through.
All right, so popped the door off the hinges and started to unload some of the stuff for the car, which took all of just a couple of minutes. Which means that it's time to go get some lunch.
Yeah, but I need you to fix it.
Fix what? Oh, the parking?
No,
Fix what?
my Spotify.
Why?
Can't do this.
What, you can't talk on camera?
No.
Well, you can turn that off. Just keep hitting the button. So we're going to get the Z4 back on the lift, and I'm going to reassemble the door while Ashley does the rear bumper cover. She's going to start taking things apart. And Abby, that's Abby. Yep. 3 miles. Move, ding dong.
Good. You're welcome.
Thank you. New bumper is on. As you can tell, it's the only clean thing on the car. So we're gonna go home and give these things a bath after we get this door back together. About to throw on the new vapor barrier and then clip everything to the door panel, put the door panel on, put it back in the car, and we should have this thing ready to go. And what do you think, Ash?
I watched a dog take a shit on the baseball field.
All right, doors back on the car. Ashley's watching videos. New vapor barrier on, windows adjusted.
You make me look like I'm on the phone the whole entire time. Where'd it go?
We know you're not. Where's the phone? I don't see it. It's probably way over there. Huh?
It took a hike.
Yeah, it did. Anyways, gonna get this door panel slapped back on, and then we can get this thing on the alignment rack and get it aligned, and we're done. Got it back together. Now, get it turned around, get it stuck on the alignment rack here. right, damn, that camber I lined up perfectly. I guessed with the mounts. Yeah, that's pretty jacked. All right, let's get this thing straightened up. So, always kind of felt something was a little off when driving when driving this car. Doing the alignment, camber adjustment here. That is how I touched it. Both sides, completely loose. So, that will do something. Get the camber matched up side to side, crank it down, do toe, and move to the front. Alright, so steer ahead, everything was nice and good. So we're gonna get this thing lower down and go and drive it for the first time with the KWs and everything else. I guess I can't zoom back out, so it's probably gonna be kind of zoomed in, but pretty stoked to go get this thing not only on the road again, but out of the shop because it's been taking up space in the corner next to my M6, and which I need to fucking sell. But now that we have the 550 here, because I need to prep it for a show coming up, it's basically gonna take its spot. So let's get this thing going real quick. All right, so the paint work is not quite done yet. There's a few other small touch-ups that we're gonna get done. For example, some clear coat peeling on this and this, the door handle there, and then this is gonna get refinished because not only is the carbon flaking like crazy, but we're gonna get it touched up to flow a little bit better. So that stuff is to come, but we're about to go drive it for the first time since pretty much all of this. Suspension, wheels, all the other upgrade stuff that we did. So upgrades. I don't even remember what was all done. I guess I'll find out when I start editing this video. But yeah, so let's go get this thing a rip. All right, let's see how she do. Golly, these KWs always ride so nicely. Oh, I forgot I could just upshift with this fucking double paddle here. This thing bugs. You getting over? Okay, finally. They had the blinker on like 10 minutes now. This car is the most interesting differential I think I've ever experienced in one of these types of BMWs. But so it's most definitely an open diff, but sometimes it almost feels like it's a limited slip that like just doesn't hook up all the time. Like sometimes it will, but others it just will not. I'm gonna see if it'll do it really quick. Oh, it just got weird at the end. It like locked up. This is actually crazy. This is like all period correct stuff right here. Between the, except for that fucking thing. Between the 1M, the E90, and the Z4. This is like 2011 supremacy right here. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. Anyways. Hello. Well, we finally got the Z4 washed, and it looks like a completely different car. This is actually the first time I think we've ever washed this car since we've had it. just because it almost went straight to modifying. But holy crap, it looks like a completely different car. Absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see it with the top down too, and it's going to be so nice to photograph this thing today. But with the wheels, the fitment of the wheels, everything, I mean, it just looks phenomenal. Right, Kip? Does it look phenomenal? Huh? Huh? Does it look phenomenal? Does it look phenomenal? Does it look phenomenal? All right, so we are finally about to go and take all the cars, take the 3 cars to Garrett's Bridge Road, our local test track, and take some photos of everything and try out the Z4 for the first time, which I'm really stoked about. All right, so here we are finally at Garrett's Bridge Road. It's very hot. Great day to wear a black shirt. I'm already sweating my ass off, but we have the Z4 and a couple other cars, but more importantly we have the Z4 that is pretty much finished. I have a couple more things I want to do to it, a couple more things that need a little bit more paint work, some thing in the mirror here and then the wing, but the majority of it's done, which is good, and it drives awesome. I'm excited to work this thing here because this is the really like the twistiest part of roads that we have in this area. Oh, hard to do with a large lens, but yeah. We're an extension now off of Garrett's Bridge Road near a farm here. We're actually shot some footage of the M5 years ago, the E39, and I think this is a pretty cool spot for this thing. All right, favorite part is I'm back in the air conditioning. It is very hot. I've said that a million times, but what do turbo cars like to do when it's very hot? They like to be driven hard. No, they don't. So we're gonna go. God, look at this thing, man. It is so good. Anyways, we're gonna go hit the road and do some spirited driving, and I'm gonna get some clips as well of the other 2 cars before we wrap this up. Oh, that's brakes, baby. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to scoot the seat back like 4 feet though. So this is the conclusion to the Z4 video. I appreciate everybody watching it and tuning in. Remember we watched it this morning. This is classic because now we've got some amazing rain. Thank you everybody for watching. At this point, I think maybe in like a few days, hopefully, from the time that you're watching this, the video for the 1M and its new wheels should be out. So check that out. Follow us on Instagram at the handles below. And then, yeah.